So remember, they're changing my voice to try to confuse you about the voice of God, the voice of those who are good. Okay, nobody is good but God and God in me. Okay, everyone else cannot be trusted, especially people who are exerting flesh-based power in this world. Military, government, police, big groups of people, what have you. Okay, so look at this part real quick. Let's go here quick. Secret order, right? Cult of the flesh. And they discuss body mechanics and so on and so forth. Here we have the spirit versus the flesh. We have the mirror, mirror on the wall person. Okay, over here on the bottom right now on the screen, you should see that picture I'm talking about. And look at these people who do martial arts here. Okay, they have black belts, but they're not really that proficient. Okay, they're not comparable to, just real quickly, you see how I am, right? They're more like this guy, okay, or Prince Harry and William, and not like me. Okay, so what has happened here is all these rapists who are part of massive military groups, just like the Night Stalker. His uncle or someone was in the military, encouraged him to be a rapist, and he went out and became a serial killer. There's large groups of people encouraging people to rape, okay, and to control things unfairly, so hot chicks go to the rapists and the rapist bloodlines, the organized military-industrial complex rapists, government, social clubs, frats, you name it. Then they pressure the minorities and try to demonize them and disproportionately lock them up for petty crimes compared to what they're doing. Okay, if a minority kills one person, okay, the governing class is starved to death millions and millions every year. If they rape one person, these guys rape and rape by deception through the roof, so on and so forth. So their lack of discipline created a wicked spirit. So when I say things like their spirit is on the ground twitching and acting like a bitch, okay, the white power structure, the Jewish power structure, the LGBT community, the token minorities, and all that are wrong with them, okay, I'm right to say that. They propound this kind of namby-pamby martial arts, okay? These guys aren't really like the Koreans and the Japanese before, and they're certainly not like the Royal African Falcon top martial arts order, which is the true martial art order of all of humanity. These guys are kind of feeble, refusing to face adversity and face the oppressor, refusing to obey God through me, and everyone and their mom these days, so to speak, is a gang stalker who's forcefully enforcing the social norms of organized rape by deception and romantic injustice at the worst point in history. Millions and millions of people starve to death. 9 million people starve to death or die of hunger-related issues a year. 3 million of them are children. 1 in 4 little females in America, 1 in 4 females are sexually molested as a child. 1 in 9 boys, as the statistic goes. And these are UN statistics, CDC. These are the most reliable systems from them. Statistics from them. So if you think these statistics are off, they're not that off. It may be worse than that. Okay? And this is what they tell their population. They say, hey, because of your government and your cultures, all these people are starving to death. And we want you to say bitch shit like that. How's that our fault? Even though they're puppet proxy dictators, okay, that run, the West runs, we want you to blame them and say, well, why can't they govern themselves, as if we don't, control them through proxy. The Cold War, which wasn't that long ago, made it crystal clear that underdeveloped nations are proxy nations, they're proxy leaderships for the West, right? Communist nations, like Mengistu, when he was ruler of Ethiopia, he was a communist. He was a puppet dictator. Okay, and there's capitalist dictators. Okay, and then there's religious dictators, Christian kind of capitalist dictators. It's clear cut. There's no other way it could be. They have a Western religion, a Western governing system. Okay, they're in the United Nations. Okay, World Health Organization. They're making deals to benefit from that, and the World Bank to get loans. It's crystal clear. Anyone knows anything about geopolitics knows that beyond any doubt. But they want you to blame them. Why? Then they want you to listen to them. Why they worship the devil and rape and kill and starve people to death at record rates at the most important time in history, which is right now. If you falter right now, how little is your strength? If you can't resist, say as a governing class person, the desire to be a wicked, sniveling, ill-gotten gain coward, how pitiful is your spirit? You call that the master martial arts spirit? Oh my goodness. Okay, you are really, really insane if you think the spirit of the West, the spirit of the governing class Jews, will say, the international Jews, and the spirit of the LGBT community, the spirit of obedient minorities, token minorities, the spirit of thugs in the street. If you think their spirit is transcendent and almighty and all powerful and righteous and just and the truth, the way, the life, you've lost your fucking minds. You think they're horrible churches. Their churches is like the devil vomiting out stuff that is so sick that the devil himself doesn't want to stomach into the world, okay? And they're like, hi, we're the church, okay? It's a complete disgrace.